Hi everyone, welcome to our channel. My name is Janzeb and today I'm with one of my close friends. His name is Shivam. Today we'll be discussing about his experience as an international student in Canada. So, Shivam, why don't you introduce yourself to the people here?
Right. As you said, I'm an international student just like you. My name is Shivam. I'm a second year computer science student at the University of New Brunswick. And yeah, here we are to
Okay,
discuss.
nice to meet you, Shivam. So, tell me more about your background. Where did you complete your high school and why did you choose to move to UNB and Canada?
Right. So I'm from India. I'm an Indian, but I stayed in Qatar for a lot of my childhood. So I come from the Middle East. And the reason for why I chose to come to Canada is because I have one of my elder sisters over here. So I was going to stay with her actually,
Okay.
but then I decided to come to New Brunswick um, for various reasons. Like one of them was the fees that we have at UNB. It is a lot more affordable for me
Okay.
compared to what we had in the University of Windsor, where I was wanting to apply.
Nice. You mentioned that you moved to UNB because of their affordable tuition fees. So, can you tell me more in detail about how much exactly are you paying in a whole year or one semester?
Yeah, so for computer science, we have like you said, affordable fees. I'm not paying any more than $10,000
Okay.
Canadian dollars per semester, and at least that's the price for international students. So if you have a permanent residence in Canada, then the prices are different for you.
Okay.
But as an international student, I'm not paying any more than $10,000. So for a year, I would say 20 grand. It does not surpass 20 Canadian dollars,
So,
20,000 Canadian dollars for sure.
all right. So, for over the period of 4 years, you're paying approximately $80,000 as an undergrad.
Definitely, yeah.
Okay. It's good to know. Cool. All right. So, now tell me more about your journey to UNB. I know as an international student, there are so many uncertainties, and I know because both of us traveled around the same COVID time, right? And there was so much going on. Flights were getting delayed. There was this lack of job opportunities. Tell me about your experience when you basically flew to Canada and how were you able to find jobs or anything?
Well, I'll start with the immigration process first because there's one thing when I was applying for universities and for my visa and everything, I had an agent. So one thing that they drilled into our minds was to have all the documentation. If you don't have anything, they'll send you back. It's not as scary as that because when I was in Montreal, they just asked where I was going to study and they asked for, I think, my passport, and then they just gave me my study permit. It was not as scary as it is advertised. So for that, I'll ask people to relax. Definitely have all of your documents, the original documents, because you might need whatever whenever. So have them, but don't be scared. It'll be fine. Apart from that, as for housing and jobs, I think you asked. For housing, for me, it was I only had 2 weeks to find a house because classes were going to start purely offline.
Oh, that's very chaotic.
Yeah. Classes were about to start from February, and I did not have my visa yet. And when I had the visa, I only had 2 weeks to travel. So
And you are traveling from
Qatar.
Qatar.
Yes.
Okay.
So I browsed Kijiji and Facebook Marketplace to search for different rooms, and I had a fixed budget, not any more than $500 per month for rent.
Okay. So I'm gonna paraphrase your first part of the job, like the housing or the accommodation part. So you used Kijiji and Facebook Marketplace to search for your homes.
Yes.
And what is the approximately average price of renting one room near Fredericton or UNB?
Well, we do find anywhere between $450 to $500 per month for rent.
Yeah.
That is the average, and you can even get rooms for $600, but they might be a little far away from the campus. But then again, with a higher rent, they also give you different services like your own private bathroom. And,
Okay. So basically, what you meant is that like the higher you pay, the closer you will be to the campus.
No, I had a friend who used to stay a little far away from
But I was
campus.
paying more.
Yeah, he was still paying.
Okay,
more.
that's kind of opposite the way I thought was people who used to like try to live near campus are paying more.
I used to live when I used to live off campus. I used to live
Valley View.
Valley View
Yeah,
Fort.
I know.
Yeah, and it is very close to campus. Maybe 5 to 10 minutes by walk.
Yeah.
It's very close, and I was paying $500 per month.
I get your point. Let's talk about the job opportunities because
Absolutely.
this is one of those areas where international students are always concerned before even they land that will they be able to find a part-time job to fund their expenses. And there's this notion with small cities like Fredericton that there are less job opportunities as compared to Toronto or Vancouver or maybe bigger cities. How was or what were you able to the resources that you were able to use and how was your experience finding part-time jobs?
Well, to first of all find and advertise yourself to find part-time jobs, first thing you can do is use Indeed, the application to apply for jobs online. And the other thing that you can do is essentially when you go out to the malls or different shops, you can hand your resume to the manager and just ask them for if they have jobs open for you. I think to apply, when I used to work at Walmart, people used to come to me and ask me how I applied for my job, if they could leave their resume, and
Yeah.
I would usually just guide them to the website and what the procedure would be for application and the interview process and everything. So yeah, if you're applying to Costco, Walmart, or established stores like that, then they'll definitely have their own websites where you can apply from, even Sobeys. But other corner shops, if you're applying to there, you can directly just talk to the person who's working over there, and they'll redirect you as to
Okay.
who you should talk to.
So it's basically applying via Indeed
Yeah.
and those applications and also going to the nearest malls, I'd say, and also food shops. I'd say the fast food industry is always hiring here, right?
Fast food industry.
Because I think the
is always
turnover
hiring.
is so high
Yes.
that people join for 2 or 3 months and then they leave. So they're always hiring, like McDonald's, I'd say, Tim Hortons. Go there, leave your resume, and just show them you are interested in working there.
Definitely.
Now tell me more about your campus involvement because I know you are an active individual in the community. Okay, so apart from your academics, tell me what other activities do you indulge yourself in? Your hobbies as an international student here.
It's very well, if you take your assignments, self-study, and the classes that you'll attend, even if you combine all of those in one day, you will still have a lot of time left for yourself. So to occupy your time, it is good to have a job, because not only will it occupy your time, but you'll also get money for it.
Yeah, that's the main
Why
part.
not?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's true.
But apart from that, if you wish not to work, or if you're still finding other ways to still occupy your time, I usually go out for photography. It's a beautiful city.
It is.
Yeah, so I usually go out for photography or a little bit of filming. And UNB actually helps you in that if you have interests like that.
How?
Yeah. Media Arts and Cultures is a faculty for studying photography and filmography. They have a building, Marshall D. Avery. Maybe I'm pronouncing it wrong, but
The Marshall. Yeah, I know.
Marshall Building.
Yeah, the one uphill, right?
Uphill, correct. Over there, even if you're a computer science student, business student, doesn't matter who you are, you can borrow camera equipment, you can borrow tripods, lighting, sound equipment, anything that you want.
Okay, just
For
hold on.
free.
For free? I thought you basically rent them. Do you pay for that?
No, you don't. In a way, you do. It comes in the semester fees that you pay each semester. So essentially, you are paying for it even if you don't use it. So might as well use
Okay,
it.
nice. I think this is one of those resources that students are not aware about.
Mm-hmm.
Like they are already paying that in their tuition,
Exactly.
and but they're not aware of those resources. It's good to know that you are utilizing those resources. It's good to know. All right, so tell me more about the part-time jobs available on campus because I've seen a lot of students who are interested in working on campus. Are you working on campus?
Yeah, I do work on campus. I work as a residence assistant. You can call it a proctor. So essentially, we are there for the well-being of the students that stay on campus in the
Nice.
dorms. So if they have any sort of problems, be it financial, academic, or personal problems, their first point of contact for any sort of help would be us, ideally, and then we help them navigate through their situation for whatever they are facing.
Yeah. So how does it work? Do they pay you or what is the remuneration?
Yeah, they don't pay you, but it is a live-in position, so you get a room on campus, so you are easily accessible to all the students.
Okay. Okay. Well, that's amazing though. Well, that's pretty smart living on campus and rent free.
Exactly,
It's
rent-free.
cool. Okay, before we end this interview, what are some few tips or suggestions that you would give to international students, mainly who are traveling from India, Qatar, or any part of the world? I'd say, because I know you travel from Qatar, so you will be able to give specific advices to students coming from there.
Uh, it's first thing, I personally suffered a lot with homesickness, so that's going to be fine. And something that fuels homesickness is also not being able to make friends quickly.
Yeah.
So I would say for that you will definitely find people who are on the same energy level as you. You just need to keep looking maybe, and you will find people inshallah at the right time. So don't worry about that. And any sort of issues that you have, if it is academic, then reach out to your academic advisors. Don't worry about if they'll judge you or anything. It doesn't matter because you are still paying them, so might as well use their help. And if you have any sort of other issues, maybe if you're new and you want to navigate to different places, or just need basic sort of help, how to get your SIN number and your credit card or SIM card, then I would maybe reach out to the International Student Association office, the ISAO, at UNB. They'll definitely help you out with that and guide you to different resources that they have on
It's good to know.
campus.
Well, thank you so much for your time, Shivam, and hopefully we'll be able to continue our interview series with you and other students to give a better perspective to international students who are about to or are traveling to UNB.
Definitely.
Thanks.
Thank you.